Hello, welcome to Bourbon in House. My name is Tristan Blair. I'm back here at Eleve in Walnut Creek, California, and tonight I have a few very nice whiskeys I'm going to be filming for you guys. Happy New Year, by the way. It's been about 7 months or so since I've done any filming, so it's really good to see you guys, and I hope you enjoy what we have. I have a couple of the antique collection. I'm going to be starting off with the Thomas Handy. This is my favorite rye out of the antique collection. It is a 6-year-old cast strength rye, 6 years old, and one of the two ryes with the antique collection, also the Sazerac 18-year-old, and then the other three are the Eagle Rare 17, William LaRue Weller, and George T. Stack. This rye, like a few of the other antique, the proof varies from year to year. This year it comes in at 129.2 proof, so it's quite bold, quite big. It's young too, 6 years old, compared to most of the antique collection, which can get up to almost 20 years old. The rye is actually named after Thomas H. Handy, who was a bartender beneath Antoine Peychaud in St. New Orleans. He was known for helping pioneer the Sazerac. Excuse me, not pioneering. He replaced rye with brandy in the Sazerac. So this is an homage to him, and rightfully so, because Sazerac's a great cocktail. I highly recommend it. Yeah, this is distilled by Buffalo Trace. I'm sure many of you know that. And yeah, let's get into the nose. This year is big dried fruit. You get a lot of caramel-laced spices woven with the dried fruits. You get apricots, figs, raisins, cranberries, prunes. There's a dried tomato dust quality there. Dried red apples, fresh cotton balls. It's a very chalky texture on the nose. Kind of mid-nose, but you get really that fruit up front. Some Desitin baby ointment. You get some calcium tablet. There's a distinct mustiness in this nose, which is not all that common with a lot of the younger stuff, but I think because of the cast strength raising it up, it really works well. There's also a leadiness and a minerality to it. Palate's very heavy, but there's not really a thick mouthfeel. It's kind of medium in body. A lot of molasses, dark caramel, medium spice on the tongue. You get, again, coming through from the nose, a real dusty, earthy mouthfeel. You get dried apples, dried apricots, again, coming in from the nose. A lot of menthol tannin, big menthol tannin, as the proof was going to provide. Again, very dusty mouthfeel, like a old book. You get a lot of oak, rye bread, a lot of leather, some dried dates and figs too. Rye spice definitely cuts through just mid-palate. And you can really taste the rye, though. It's really, really nice. The finish, you get some sawdust. You get dark blackberry concentration with this kind of earthiness. It's quite complex, and this is a long finish, as is expected with most cast-strength whiskeys. More dried fruits, mango, papaya, apple. You get some rye grain qualities that echoes all throughout the finish. Some mint, apricot jam, black cherry syrupiness, some dates. You get some scallops. One last sip. Finishing about 10 seconds through, it really reminds me of an old dusty library. full of these dusty old tombs. It really has that old, dusty, leathery feel, and definitely different than last year's expression, which was a lot more fruit forward on the finish. There's even a slight port finish quality right as it leaves your palate on through to the finish. The spices just linger all through the tip of your tongue. I mean, long finish, as to be expected with most of the antique collection. Anything above 120 proof is going to leave that, let alone this being at 129 proof. So if you're a fan of rye, I highly recommend this if you can find it. This is probably the easiest to find of all the antique collection. Secondary markets, you'll find this around $300 up to $500 a bottle. And yeah, if you can find it, I highly recommend picking it up. This is definitely something you don't want to pass up. It's up to you if you want to spend $300 on it. If you find it for less than $100, I very much so encourage you to buy it. Cheers.